Welcome back to the Kings My GM. We're going to start off the video by doing something that I kind of mentioned earlier in the first video. Go ahead and move Tyreke Evans to the point guard position. I feel like it's a little bit better to have a 6'6" point guard than a 6'6" playmaking shooting guard. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then just to kind of put my stamp on the team, we're going to go ahead and look at the Bucks roster. And we're trying to complete a trade here to get another first round pick. I kind of want to speed through the rebuilding process. We're going to be bad this year. So I am trying to send Francisco Garcia over to the Bucks. I know this will help them make them better. But I don't think that'll be enough for them to dramatically switch their draft position. So I went ahead and send them somebody that can help them compete now, but not put them over the hump in the standings. So, and then we'll be getting back Tom Cook. It was just a bad contract. Like nobody pretty much making the double-digit figures. So I was just like, yeah, we'll take on that bad contract just to get a draft, and then we'll send them our top 10 protected draft next year. But we'll go ahead and get some gameplay going in, take a look at the team, kind of get a feel of what our offense is looking at. Ended up switching Carl Landry to the starting power forward just for the simple fact of, hey, we need defense next to Boogie when it comes to our front court. So we ended up doing that. As you can see, still not the best defensively, but I don't want that right now. I'm not necessarily too concerned about that. I just want to see us on offense. And we start off the ball with Tyreke Evans, swinging it over to right, swinging it back to Tyreke looking for a pick from the power forward and going straight to the basket. That's something that we like to see. We like to see Tyreke Evans getting downhill, operating that pick and roll. He is going to be our main ball handler. Unless something were to change in the draft. If we end up drafting a point guard, or if we end up drafting a shooting guard, he can either play the 1 or the 2. Even then, I think he'll be fine. DeMarcus Cousins is a little slow-footed right now. He's not very high in the overall and the athleticism. I'll probably look to change up the way that he is progressing. I think they have it all set to offense. I'll probably like flip it out throughout the season, but we want to see Boogie here in the post, backing down Pekovic, looking to do a post fade. Doesn't get that one to go. That's fine. We want him taking as much shots as he can. Get them legs warm. Kind of shake off that rookie dust. I mean, he is our team. So we got Carl Landry playing defense. Corey Brewer taking a 3, missing that one, and Wright bringing it down, swinging it over to Tyreke Evans. Tyreke Evans going to downhill, drawing the contact, and doesn't get that one to go. But again, we're at the free throw line, so we're seeing good things out of Tyreke Evans. This is what we want to see. First free throw, doesn't get that one. That's okay. Still young in the game right now, so we know that we're gonna have free throw woes, and that's fine. Ridenour bringing up the ball here. Tyreke with a full court defense. That's just how I like to play 2K. I don't know about you guys, but I like to keep the on-ball pressure. And then swinging it over to Brewer, swinging it over to K-Love. Somebody that I was looking at was K-Love, and as you can see, I get caught jumping early there. DeMarcus Cousins. Well, I guess we'll blame DeMarcus Cousins. Let me do this in third person. Like I'm not gonna play it, not the one controlling the players. DeMarcus Cousins lacking in defense, setting a pick, a good big body pick, mid-range for DeMarcus Cousins, takes the midi, gets that one to go. Love to see it. That's something that we really want to focus on when it comes to his development. We do want to work on that mid-range. We want to work on that defense. We want to work on that post control. There's a lot of things and a lot of ways that DeMarcus Cousins can improve. K-Love with the ball at the top of the key, passing it over to Beasley, guarded by Amir Caspi. And mind you, we did end up moving Amir Caspi to the 3 spot just because, again, we didn't want a defensive liability sitting in the front court with DeMarcus Cousins because he's not there yet. And I figured, you know, he's kind of, Amir Caspi is just a shooter. He's a little tall, but I don't think he has the interior defense to hang with the big dogs down low. So we just trying them out of 3. You know, this is the first year. Let's try new lineups. Let's move people. Let's make people uncomfortable to see if we can find something new that might work out. All right, Tyreke Evans starting off with the ball again. Looking to run a play real quick. What a pick from Amir Caspi. He denies the pick. Then we swinging it down, and a mishap, a real early mishap in the play. Didn't even get a chance to get the ball down to DeMarcus Cousins. Something that we need to work on, getting Tyreke Evans playmaking up. I really want him to develop as a really good playmaker. He's already a decent one. He's kind of like early in the game when it comes to those tall point guards. There's not too many running around in the NBA at this time. So we want to be the first to get on the wave. Pick and roll. This is our bread and butter. Tyreke Evans, DeMarcus Cousins swinging it down low. Pekovic is right there. Not able to get around him, trying to do some post moves. He's doing really well on defense. DeMarcus Cousins still trying to get it to go. Punching on Pekovic. Not good enough defense. Shout out to Boogie Cousins. That's what we love to see, that athleticism. We want to just work on not only being able to just dunk over people, but we want him to be able to move his feet on the defensive end as well. So there's a lot of ways we will be working with DeMarcus Cousins. I'm even thinking about maybe signing somebody or trading for somebody that can help with the early development, kind of like an old vet with a couple extra badges, and send him to the mentor program, just to help DeMarcus Cousins develop in the right way. That was one thing this team was lacking, was a vet presence. DeMarcus Cousins himself has said that. So maybe we'll address it, maybe we won't. I'm not 100% sure, just because it is 2K. And we got Tyreke Evans coming off the pin down, shooting the three, getting that one to go. Looking good from Tyreke Evans. Love to see him off the ball. Want him to be an off-ball and on-ball scorer. I don't want him isoing too much. I kind of want easy shots for as many people as possible. I know that you're going to have shot creators like Kevin Love running around, but I don't want to necessarily work on building a team around these type of people. I want a really good team basketball atmosphere. Everybody gets theirs, and look at the tough finish by Tyreke Evans. Maybe even at the shooting guard, we'll get somebody that can kind of get the ball in the hands and be like, get out the way on the perimeter. But down low, we have DeMarcus Cousins. So that's the only person that we have that we're just like, hey, give him the ball, get out of the way. We'll definitely need somebody on the perimeter, but that's something that we'll address in the draft. And then we got Head coming off the pin down, taking the mid-range, getting that one to go. Beautiful. Love to see it. So fast forward to the fourth quarter here, down by 2, trying to see if we can make a comeback here, get a little lead. DeMarcus Cousins with the drop step, putting that one up, doesn't get that one to go. Kevin Love with great defense is a statement that you'll never hear. But I guess today's the day. Swinging over to Tolliver with the 3. Beautiful. I don't remember Anthony Tolliver being a really big three-point shooter, but I guess so in 2K. Here getting the pick and fade going with DeMarcus Cousins, trying to get another mid-range to go, swinging it over to Hassan Whiteside, trying to get it over Kevin Love. Great defense and strength by Kevin Love. And listen, Hassan Whiteside is somebody that we're not relying offensively for, but defensively. That's what we're looking for, from Hassan Whiteside. Nice run and dunk center. That's where I see him going. He's kind of a raw talent still, but I mean, we have plenty of time to work on him and get him up. Trying to see him in a pick and roll, seeing what he looks like, throwing the lob, and it's real wonky for some reason. I don't know why he stopped rolling to the rim, but we'll work on that once we get that team chem up. Hassan Whiteside with some great defense here. That's what he's there for. I even thought about maybe running the lineup where it's DeMarcus Cousins at the 4 and Hassan Whiteside at the center. And great defense by Beasley, somehow stopping DeMarcus Cousins. Something that I also did notice was we got to balance these minutes out a little bit better. I don't know what it is with Stan, but it seems like it's draining really fast. By the time the fourth quarter hit, nobody had any energy. Pekovic on the boards again. That's something that we have to address outside of Boogie and maybe Hassan. And even Hassan is not that good at this moment in time. We gotta work on these boards. We can't be giving up offensive boards and losing based off of them getting second possessions. So as you can see, this is the lineup that I do have in now. And then I do believe I switch it up here a little bit. Yeah, just to get a little bit of floor spacing. So we have DeMarcus Cousins, Amir Caspi, Tyreke Evans, and I think we keep Head. Yeah, we switch Head to the 2, We get Udo in there. So we're doing like a spaced out lineup surrounding DeMarcus Cousins. I want this, and this is something that I'm looking to kind of model our future roster off of, is a lot of 3-and-D and playmaking around DeMarcus Cousins. Because we definitely need to space the floor. If we want him to be dominant in the post, he has to be having one-on-ones and not having people feel comfortable coming to double DeMarcus Cousins. Because if they do, we'll hopefully be able to get to a point where we can have him just kick out to any perimeter player and it's a knockdown three. That's kind of where I see our team going. Tyreke Evans not getting the block there is a little insane, but hey, that's just part of the early development of this team. Swinging it over to Head swinging it over to Evans, Omer to Udry, throwing it down to DeMarcus Cousins, see if we can get something to go. He's been playing great defense all night, so I'm kind of trying to hit him up with a few moves, see if I can get a little lucky and don't get that one to go. He's still early in development, so I mean, as long as he's confident enough to take those shots, we're good. We're not trying to win every single game. We're just trying to show glimpses of improvement and glimpses of potential. A great little play there. That's something that I might want to add. That looks like a really solid play for DeMarcus Cousins, for him to be on that block and then sending a cutter off the wing. I'll have to look up that play and add that to our playbook, definitely. Send it over to DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins pump faking, trying to get that one to go, and Pekovic with some great defense again all night. Please don't let these clips fool you. DeMarcus Cousins had a decent game. It definitely wasn't the most efficient, but we're not looking for efficiency right now. We're just looking for confidence. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this game. We're not coming back, sadly, so we'll go ahead and just skip to the end.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Beast.
Once they started to really
All right, to end off the game, we had Tyreke Evans with 18, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Again, this is 5-minute quarters. I'll probably update it to go more 8. That way I can get a little more clips. DeMarcus Cousins with 12 and 2. And then we're going to head to simulate a few games. Hassan Whiteside goes down with a strained right hip, letting the CPU do the fix the rotation. We're getting a couple trade offers for Tyreke Evans. Obviously, that's a no-go. Luther Head down with a pinched nerve in the back. Keep it pushing. Then we get Charlie Villanueva for Udo in our second round. We're not selling right now. Well, I guess we are selling. We're not looking to improve. We're looking for draft picks. So we're just denying every single trade. And then as we sim through the season, Luther Head ends up coming back. Omer Caspi ends up coming back. Having the CPU adjust the rotation still. Because we are doing good in a bad way. We are currently, I believe, 23rd. And then here comes the most important part of this era of the Kings. It's the prospect scouting. So who we're looking at is Kawhi Leonard, a nice 3-and-D wing. And then Klay Thompson, also another 3-and-D wing. We'll either go with one of them and then look for a nice power forward to match up with DeMarcus Cousins. If it's not in this draft, then we will be looking next year in the draft for that power forward that can match up with DeMarcus Cousins. I'm looking at Domantas Motiejunas, lacking on the defensive side from the scouting reports, so we're kind of moving away from him. We really want to be careful about who we draft. We don't want to do any bust again. So I do have the what is it called? The bust system. I do have that tweaked, so it won't turn out exactly like what modern NBA turns out to be. As you can see, I'm not really looking at Kyrie Irving because, again, if we have Tyreke Evans and we believe in Tyreke Evans, I don't want to take the ball out of his hands and get somebody like Kyrie Irving. And I know this is a little weird because, I mean, he is probably or definitively the best player in this draft. We might even end up with the number 1 overall pick. But here's my game plan. If we can get the number 1 overall pick, I think I will trade the number 1 and try to get a player back and drop down and then draft one of the guys that we are looking at, one of those wings, and try to get a young piece back as well, because if their team is in the lottery, more than likely they have some young player on their team that they'd be willing to give up, that they might not have the most faith in. So there's nothing that attracts me too much. So I think we end up simming it all the way to, and here comes the prospect scouting again. We're gonna keep scouting these same players. It says Kyrie isn't even in the top 1 or 2 pick. It says Kawhi and Jimmy Butler for some reason. A little weird, but hey, those are the people that we're looking at. We'll see on draft night where these guys fall, and we'll make a choice from there. Tyreke Evans goes down with a broken nose, which isn't the worst. Hey, I mean, we're looking to play bad this year. We're trying to get the number 1 draft pick, not necessarily tanking, playing to the best of our abilities. But now we got a game against the Milwaukee Bucks where we ended up trading Francisco Garcia to, just to kind of see what the matchup is. Maybe you'll have a revenge game or not. And then, of course, since Tyreke Evans is out, I kind of want to take a look at how we do without Tyreke Evans, which is something I don't want to get used to saying. So let's go ahead and get into today's game. Game number 2 of today's video.
That time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports, as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Moments away.
Since we are playing the Bucks, I do want to see what they're looking like. See how well this team is playing together. Hopefully they don't do too well. Maybe middle of the pack. Maybe even bundle the trade with another player. Try to get higher in the draft class. Again, draft night is where we're going. And as you can see, no interior defense as of right now. Again, we don't want DeMarcus Cousins to be our main interior defender. And there was a couple of people that I was looking at. Something that I was thinking about was getting Josh Smith to pair up with DeMarcus Cousins. They currently have him at the small forward / power forward, surrounded by Joe Johnson, Al Horford, and I believe DeMarre Carroll is on that team as well. So kind of get ahead of the curve. I want to try something new that's not been done in the NBA. Is start running small ball lineups. It's not a thing. I kind of want floor spacing and defense, and Josh Smith is like the perfect guy for that. So we have the mismatch here, trying to get it to go in the post, go-to shot. Doesn't get that one to go, and gets the lane violation, but that's okay. This is what happens when you're without Tyreke Evans to kind of create on that perimeter. So Brandon Jennings bringing down the ball, sizing up Udrih. I can't say his name. I know I'm saying it wrong. Nice board by DeMarcus Cousins, looking good so far on the boards. And you could be thinking like, oh, well, we have this big, this game, but the video is super short. This is where you see why. We can't get anything going, so we're like, give DeMarcus Cousins the ball, and then we get sent out the way, and hey, man, that's the game. I didn't want to play through the rest of that. But here are the season stats. We got DeMarcus coverage averaging 21 points, 11 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1 steal, and 1.4 blocks. Tyreke Evans with 18, 3, and dang near 5 assists. I am going to turn up his playmaking tendencies to kind of boost that up, because that's where I want to take it. Not necessarily on the scoring aspect, but I want him to be a good all-around player. Kind of crashing the boards a little bit. Looking at the 3-point percentage, nobody's shooting too well except for Tyreke Evans. Outside of that, it's piss poor. And then Luther Head. But again, he's not part of the long-term game plan. He might be somebody that comes off the bench if he proves that he's still worth it. I don't think he'll be traded within the next year. I think we'll give him we'll probably sign him for 1 more year, see how he does, and then after that, hopefully turns into a great trade piece. Just somebody that I can't see on the roster long term. And I'm thinking about fixing Hassan Whiteside's contract. They have him at 22 mil, which is weird. I don't know if that was just something 2K had to do to make the money work when it came to these rosters of back in the day. But yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and look at the mock draft. Right now we're having the 4th pick, and they have us drafting Kenneth Faried for some strange reason, and then they also have us at the 14th pick. Hopefully these things change. And who do they have us drafting? It is Alec Burke, I believe. Yeah, not happening. I don't understand why 2K is a little wonky when it comes to fitting positions in the mock draft, but we're looking at those top 3 spots. That's kind of where we want to be at. And so far, so good. But go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff down below, and I'll catch you boys, girls, in the next episode. Peace.